My name is Olivia and I've translated a poem from Spanish.
My name is Vasil Gilbert, and I translated a poem from Japanese.
My name is Isabel Birkland, and I translated a poem from Chinese.
My name is Cosima Dietman, and I have translated a poem from German.
I became interested in this poem after hearing about the tragic life of the poet. She was a revolutionary against the Qing dynasty and wrote many feminist works before she was executed at the age of 31.
I like these haiku because they are very atmospheric, and it's amazing how much feeling can be expressed by so few words.
I wanted to translate something contemporary and really liked this poem's slightly weird and techie terminology, as well as its interesting form, which was list-like and without punctuation.
The most challenging part of the translation process was overcoming dilemmas about word choice, in which I had to decide whether it was more important to stick closely to the original meaning of a phrase or ensure that the fluidity of the poem was maintained and it still sounded natural.
My name is Maryam, and I translated a poem from Italian. I chose to translate this poem because it focuses on quotidian life and the roots of Montale's personal experiences, displaying that even through the monotony of winter, contentment awaits him in the form of the lemon trees. I limoni by Eugenio Montale. Listen to me. Laureate poets only seem to move among plants with rarely used names, boxwood, privet, or acanthus. As for me, I love streets that lead to grassy ditches, where in partly dried up puddles young boys grab at some scrawny eels. The narrow streets that follow these banks descend onto tufted reeds, and unfold onto the orchards among the lemon trees. Perhaps it is better if the chorus of the birds dwindles, swallowed up by the azure sky. You can hear the whispers of the friendly branches more clearly now in that almost immovable air, and the essences of this fragrance that cannot separate itself from the earth pours into our chest with a restless sweetness. Here, by some miracle, the war of adverse passions is stilled. Here even the poorest of us can reach our share of wealth, the fragrance of the lemons. Look, in these silences when things yield themselves and seem close to revealing their ultimate secret, sometimes we expect to unearth an error in nature, the world's dead point, the link that comes loose, the thread that, untangled, might finally lead us to the heart of a truth. Our gaze searches all around, the mind probes, assents, disconnects in the fragrance that sweeps over us when the day grows faint. These are the silences where one sees in every fading human shadow some disturbed divinity. But the illusion is lost, and time returns us to noisy cities, where the azure sky only shows itself in fragments high up between the cornices. The rain then wearies the earth, the tedium of winter thickens over the roofs, daylight becomes miserly, the soul bitter. Yet, one day, through a gate left ajar among the trees of a courtyard, we catch a glimpse of the yellow lemons, and the frost in our hearts thaws, and into our chest pour their songs, the golden trumpets of sunlight.